So Johnny, did you know that the Greeks invented everything? Well, that's what I like to say because I'm Greek and I like to claim that we invented everything.
But the reality is the Greeks may not have invented everything, but they did invent two amazing LMS. So here's Talent LMS right here, built for success. And then we got Talentcards mobile training platform. So today we are going to compare the two, why you would use one over the other, the pluses, the minuses. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to go through 3 topics related to each Talent LMS and Talentcards, and we're going to tell you the differences. And what those topics are pricing, accessibility, and what's the third one, Hector?
And the third one is UX. So
user experience.
Also, we have a free giveaway, so make sure that you stay to the end of this video where we will be announcing what that free giveaway is and how you can get it today.
Or if you want that instant gratification, just look right below the video and there's a link and you'll see what it is. I'm Johnny Havey, one of the co-founders of eLearning Partners, and who are you?
And I am Hector Simudis, the other co-founder of eLearning Partners. And eLearning Simplified is powered by eLearning Partners. And this channel is all about simplifying eLearning because eLearning can be stressful, overwhelming, and we are here to simplify it for you so you can focus on your success.
So now we're going to compare Talent LMS and Talentcards based on pricing. First of all, Talent LMS and Talentcards are similar in the fact that they both have a free version that isn't timed. What do we mean by that? That means that you don't get a free version of Talentcards just for a month. You don't get to use Talent LMS for free just for 14 days. No, instead, how they've set it up is you can actually use the free version for up to 5 users. And as you can see, they're both free up to 5 users. And if you look at, we go beyond this pop-up. If you look at Talent LMS, it'll allow you to have the free version up to 10 courses. For Talentcards, you don't need to sign in yet. It doesn't have a course, or as Talentcards calls it, a card set. So Talentcards uses card sets, not courses. There is no limit on the free version. Pretty cool. That's why we really like Talent LMS and Talentcards, because you can get started for free and you're not rushed to figure it out in 14 days or 30 days. When we actually get to the pricing though, the only difference between Talentcards and Talent LMS is Talentcards' pricing is much simpler. Okay, so when you're looking at Talentcards, you really only have 3 options. You can do the free version, you can do the standard, or the premium. If you want anything custom, you hit them up and they'll give you a custom quote, but you have 3 options. So if we're looking at Talentcards, most of you are probably gonna find yourselves in the standard version, which is $50 a month for 50 users. And then you're gonna pay $1 per user additionally after that. You get all of these attributes. The coolest thing about Talentcards is you can build out your course for free in a card set, test it on those 4 to 5 users, and then if you like it, upgrade, and now you get 50 users. Now keep in mind, Talentcards is best used as an internal LMS, which means what, Hector?
That means that it is best used for your employees. So you have internal LMSs and external LMSs. LMSs that are external are typically more to sell courses, and internal is typically for your employees' internal operations. Now, many LMSs do have both capabilities, but is more dominant in one area versus the other. Talentcards does have the ability to potentially be an external in some situations. However, primarily it is great for internal e-learning.
Exactly. So when you're looking at this, really the only difference between the standard and the premium pricing is you're going to get some more features, automations, you're going to get a success manager, but you're also going to pay $1.50 a user instead of $1 a user. So pretty simple when you look at Talentcards and pricing. You have yearly, where you're going to get a 20% discount, and then you have monthly, where you're going to pay a little bit more. But regardless, I mean, $50 a month is pretty inexpensive. Now when you look at Talent LMS, it's a little different. So the standard plan is going to allow you to decide how many users in total you want. So in the starter, you get 40 users. In the premium, you're going to get up to 1,000 users. If you need more than that, you can request a custom plan here. But the interesting thing about this is when we're talking about total users, you could have 1,000 employees, but only have 100 of them active. So you're going to pay for 1,000, but you're really only getting 100 people, the value of 100 people using your course when we're talking about the standard plans. When you get to the active plans, it's a little different. The active plans are based on active users. So you can actually have, technically, you can have 10,000 users, but only 500. So if you look at the premium active, you have 500 active, and that's all you're going to pay for, is for those 500 active. You could have 10,000 users, you're not going to pay for them, you're going to pay for the active ones. So that's really the big difference between Talent Cards and Talent LMS from pricing perspective. Talent Cards much simpler, Talent LMS more options. And it is a little more pricey because it is a more comprehensive LMS. So the second attribute that we're going to compare between Talent Cards and Talent LMS is accessibility. When we're talking about accessibility, we mean, where do you access the course? So Hector, tell us the difference between Talent LMS and Talent Cards when it comes to accessibility.
Absolutely. So Talent Cards is primarily and only for mobile applications.
Yes, exactly.
And also tablets as well. If it has an app store, it also can work on tablets. It does not have a desktop version. On this computer that you see here, at your desktop computer at home, it does not have a capability for those platforms. However, for your phones and also for your tablets, it does have that accessibility. Again, really focusing on the learners that are on the go, that are doing primarily all of their learning on their mobile app device. And one last little cool thing about Talent Cards is that it can integrate with other LMSs. So if you're using another learning management system,
like Talent LMS,
and you really like the Talent Cards interface, your learners like the Talent Cards interface, you can intertwine the Talent Cards interface with an API.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm updating my Talent Cards app right now, so we'll get to it in a second.
So Talent LMS allows accessibility on all platforms. It is on desktop, it is on phone, it is on tablet. It definitely has a lot more accessibility because, again, it really targets the learners that are not only on the go, but also it is very important to them to be at their computer, at home, or at their office, on their desktop computer or their laptop.
Here's Talent Cards. As you can see over here, it's pretty simple to navigate. I click into a card set here. This is just one of our demo card sets. I open up a card and here it is, just like using Instagram. So I have my card, I click it, it flips over. I got a point there. I can open up the video that's on the card. The video will play. I can swipe to the next card. Pretty simple. So Talent Cards is mobile first, and we're going to get into the UX for the learner and for the admin next. Okay, so here's Talent LMS, the app. You can see it. It's still very mobile friendly, but as a learner, I have a lot more options. So really the difference when we're talking about Talent LMS and Talent Cards is Talent Cards is going to be a lot simpler. When you're talking about that accessibility, you're really only going to get it mobily. For Talent LMS, you're going to have the desktop experience. I can show you that too. The desktop experience is going to be a lot more complicated because for the administrator, or us, right, the course creators, we're going to have a lot more options that we're going to need to consider. And there's also more user types. There's an administrator, there's instructor, there's learner. If I go in as a learner, here's what you're going to see. So a lot more comprehensive, a lot more for your learner to actually do. So the pros and the cons. The pros of Talent Cards is simple and extremely good mobile experience. The cons of Talent Cards is you don't have a desktop experience, okay? The pros of Talent LMS is you can do a lot more with it and you can access it in a lot more places, even mobily. But the problem is that can make it a little more complicated. So let's dive into the third attribute we're going to compare between the two, which is user experience. So the user experience, as you can see with Talent LMS, is much more complex, especially from a course design perspective. So if I go into administrator, I have a ton of options. I can add users, add courses. I can go to the course store. Talent LMS actually has a course store that you can buy courses from. There's categories, groups, branches, events, user types. There's all these different things. There's like a lot for me to do. And if you want to learn about how to get the most out of these different attributes, we have another video on our channel all about Talent LMS, so definitely check that out. But the point here is there's a lot to do as an administrator. As an instructor, so an instructor is going to be a course creator only. So they don't have access to all those admin setting customizations. All you can really do as an instructor is you're going to add a course and you can add discussions, add events on the calendar, etc. And then we have the learner. The learner user experience, I mean, you're going to click on your course, it's going to open up, and complete and continue.
And there's a lot of learning management systems that don't actually have gamification. And another fun thing about Talent LMS is that it also allows you, if it pertains to your learners, because we're all about the learner, it does have a wonderful gamification component to it as well.
Exactly. And Talent Cards is the same thing. So this is Talent LMS. I mean, there's just a lot you can do with it. And that's really, when we're comparing Talent Cards and Talent LMS you can do a lot more with. You can customize it a lot more. But that also makes it hard because if you don't know how to customize it, you can't just grab a template and build it from there. You have to like customize it from scratch. So if we go into Talent Cards, go to my card sets. So a card set is a course. And this is the admin view. So the admin view, it's actually really easy to create. I just go on card set, create card set. It opens up some very basic options for my card set. I can name it, we'll just test and save. And here we go. I can either have front and back cards, or I can actually have just one-sided cards. You kind of decide that in that previous screen. But here we can choose our background. So let's go to templates. So the cool thing about Talent Cards is you actually have templates. So I'm going to pull this template, insert template, boom, we have our background. Then we're going to go to text. We have these three. You can have free text where it's kind of just going to, keep going like this. Or we can have auto text where we're going to have these three areas. So I can just, have something here. I'm going to write something here and here. And then I can attach a video to the card really simply. All I have to do is click on video, and you can attach a YouTube video, a Vimeo video, or you can upload a video that will live on the card. You can also have hyperlinks to other things like PDFs and whatnot. You can add audio to the card, etc. It's super simple to create a course in this way. You can add more cards obviously too, or even duplicate a card once you have a template. So I can duplicate the card, clone the card. So really simple. From a user perspective, we already showed you how that looks on the phone. It's just matching the UX that your users already used to, or your learners already used to, on Instagram, TikTok, etc. So between the two, we like the UX design of Talent Cards better, but yet again, it's not going to be able to do as much as you may need it to. So if you have a really complicated internal system at your organization that needs all this customization when it comes to integrating an LMS, you almost have to go with Talent LMS over Talent Cards. But as Hector said, you can actually use Talent Cards and hook it up to any LMS like Talent LMS, so you get the best of both worlds. The only problem then is you're going to pay both the Talent LMS and the Talent Cards monthly subscription. But between the two, we definitely like Talent Cards better, but Talent LMS just is more applicable in more situations because it's so customizable. So Hector, hit us with those bonuses.
So we have two bonuses for you before we wrap this video up. The first one is the bonus for Talent Cards. Talent Cards, one of the coolest things about Talent Cards is that it allows you to get specific training. So what we mean by that is that you can have QR codes. Let's pretend you are a manufacturing facility and you have different parts or different rooms in your manufacturing facility that have different things that are done to manufacture the goods that you're manufacturing. Exactly. Instead of your employees having to search through the whole entire course, you can put a QR code on the wall that they can scan, and it opens up those specific modules that pertains to that room.
Open up the card. So literally you take your phone out, you're going to scan the code, and then it's going to open up the card in your app that's applicable. So it's just in the moment training. Pretty cool.
Which is awesome.
And then for Talent LMS, what do we got?
The bonus for Talent LMS is that it is SSO. Johnny, what does that mean?
Yeah, so you can have a SSO, or single sign-on. So similar to, when you sign up for a new website like Spotify or something, you have the option to sign in with another account. I think Spotify does Facebook, it might do Google as well, but there's a lot of places where I sign in where I just use my Google login credentials instead of creating a new account. So the cool thing with Talentlms LMS is, and this is on one of the paid versions, I think one of the upper tier paid version. Yeah, so single sign-on starts on the basic. So not on the starter, but on the basic or the basic active is where you can get single sign-on. What this allows you to do is if you have multiple technologies at your organization that your learners need to sign into, all they need is one sign-in credential, and you can use that to sign into Talentlms LMS in addition to the other technologies that your organization has. So you don't have to keep creating more accounts, they can all come together. But yet again, you will have to customize that and do some API integrations in order to make that happen. So in order to figure out if Talent Cards, Talentlms LMS, or if there's another LMS out there, an externally facing LMS, because Talent Cards and Talentlms LMS are both internally focused LMSs. You could use them to sell your courses, but we don't recommend it. We recommend Kajabi if you're looking for an externally facing LMS. But anyway, if you need to figure out what the best LMS is for you, and you just need help creating an e-learning program or online course in general, we have a step-by-step process for you, and we're giving it away for free in our MasterClass. Check out our MasterClass. That's the free giveaway Hector talked about at the beginning of this, and it's linked just below this video in the description. So check that out. All you have to do is sign up with your email. You will get instant access, and we are going to give you our step-by-step process of how to build, launch, and distribute your course to your learners. And we're actually going to complete the first couple steps with you, the most important steps, so that you know exactly who your learners are and you're set up for success. So Hector, what do they need to do now?
So what we want you to do is just go down to the bottom. The link is right there. Click on that link, put in your email, get instant access. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Give us a big thumbs up. There's a little bell. Click on that bell to get notifications. So as soon as we release a new video, you know when it is out and it is in the palm of your hands. Exactly. And we will see you in the next video.